I just want to say before I get into the process as well, that I am speaking more to independent authors in the Caribbean and the diaspora. So I'm not focusing on traditional publishing because the majority of us do not pursue that route. When we talk about publishing in the Caribbean, we're talking about either paying someone to publish the book for us to manage the entire process, or we're doing it ourselves. All of that is lumped together and called self-publishing. And so when I talk about publishing here, I'm talking about you paying to publish. You're paying someone or a company to manage that, or you are doing the different parts of the process. It is our Q&A session where I will provide the answer, and it's going to be an audio masterclass on the number one question that I get from authors, which is how to publish a book. So you don't want to miss that. Before I get into that, our show has a new sponsor, and that is BambuSparks. BambuSparks is an independent publishing services company that works with authors in the Caribbean and the diaspora to help them to publish their books and to grow 90 feet tall with books. They believe that books are the perfect spark to get the fire going in your personal life, your professional life, ministry, or business, and they're here to help you. However you want to publish, BambuSparks is ready to help you. And more excitingly, for those who don't want the headache of publishing for themselves and they want someone to manage the process, BambuSparks has 2 publishing deals. And so you want to go out and check out BambuSparks. They help authors to grow 90 feet tall with books and make publishing easier. Go to www.bambusparks.com and check out what they have to offer. Okay, so let's get into the show. It's a Q&A day. I'm going to be answering, once again, the most frequently asked question that I get from first-time authors, who are the main persons that I work with. How do I publish a book? Today, I'm just going to be doing a quick presentation of the steps to publish and your options. How do I publish a book? So of course, the first thing is that you need to have a manuscript. That means you've written something. And then the next step is that whatever you've written, you need to self-edit that. And publishing is the process of taking your manuscript and making it available to the public in print, ebook, or audio formats. That's what publishing simple is. And you need to publish with a map. You need to, at all times, bear in mind what is the message of this book that you've written, who is the audience, what's your purpose and plan for it, and what's the main problem you are addressing, especially if you are a nonfiction author. So the first thing you need to decide is, 1, what is the publishing route that I'm going to take? Am I going to pay a company to manage the entire process? Or am I going to manage the process and outsource the different parts of the process to freelancers? Or will you outsource it to just one particular company like BambuSparks? So for my first book, I worked with a publishing company where they were managing the process, and I worked closely with them. And I got a package. Now that can be quite expensive, and you're looking at anywhere between 1,000 US and 5,000 US on average to publish a small book that is no more than 30,000 words. If you want to publish for less, then what it means is that you don't take a publishing package, you don't pay a company to manage it. What you do, you outsource the different parts of the process, which I am going to explain. If you're on a budget, the best place to go in terms of outsourcing is really Fiverr.com to get the parts of the process finished. You can also work with us in BambuSparks, because we have a self-publishing Spark where you can work with one of our approved freelancers to get the different parts of the publishing done, and you know it's going to be well done. If you have the cash and you don't have the time, because publishing can be tedious, knowing what to do and putting the parts of the process together demands a level of expertise. So you're going to need guidance. And that is what you're paying for when you pay a company or you get a publishing coach like myself to work with you. We're helping you to put the pieces together so that you can end up with a quality product. Because one of the things is that with the independent publishing revolution, where you can just go on Amazon and upload your book and in 5 minutes it is published, it was said that we were releasing a tsunami of crap on the market. So self-publishing got a bad reputation, and we want to move away from that. We want to publish books that are of high standard. So let's get into the steps. Your manuscript is ready. Here are the parts of the process that you need to bear in mind. Once you have your manuscript and you're ready to publish, the first thing you need to do is get professional editing. No, I'm not going to take the time to go through the different types of editing. I want you to go to BambuSparks.com/editing guide. And that document is going to help you to understand the different kinds of editing that you will need. And that is coming from the EFA, which is the Editing Association. The next thing you need to bear in mind is that with editing comes what we call revision and rewriting. Authors don't like that, but be prepared to edit and rewrite. A word to my Christian authors: very often you come and you say, this is what God gave you, and you don't want to add and subtract. That is not going to help. So you need to be open that though God has inspired you to write, the exact sentences and the expression may need to be tightened up. And so be prepared to rewrite and revise your manuscript because you want to publish a quality product. While the editing and revision process is going on, you need to work on your cover design. Now, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of that, but just because you're a graphic artist or you know somebody who can design doesn't mean that they understand the kinds of covers that go with each book, because a book is in a particular genre or niche, and the covers for every genre, fiction, non-fiction, and the subcategories, there are different specifications for that. So you can begin working on the cover design. You have to determine whether you are publishing an ebook or a print book or both together, which is the predominant thing. And so the front cover is what we call the ebook cover, and you design that first. When your book has been fully formatted and you know the page count, then you can complete your print book cover, which is going to be the full spread, which is the front, the spine, and the back. But you can't determine the spine width until the book has been formatted. While the editing is taking place as well, you can purchase your ISBN. Now, only purchase the ISBN once you have fully decided what your title and subtitle are. Okay, so once that is determined, purchase the ISBN. You can get that from the National Library. You can get that through CARICOM in the Caribbean, or you can purchase that through BOCA, and there are different prices for that. Concerning the ISBN, you have to make a number of decisions. Am I going to take a free one from Amazon? Am I going to purchase one in my publishing company's name, or what they call the publishing imprint? You have to decide. Then the next thing you need to decide is, what size book am I looking for the print book? You have to look at the different sizes. Look at the books on your shelf and decide, is it a 5x8? Is it an 8x11? The size will depend on the kind of book. Is it a children's book you're doing? And the size will also depend on the word count. So that is why, even when you know the parts of the publishing process and the steps, you need guidance. It can be a steep learning curve, and some persons don't want to take that on. That is why you would pay someone to manage the process for you, or you spend quite a bit of time learning. Once the book has been formatted, you need to proof that, you need to review that to see if it is to your style and your liking. And then there are two types of formatting. If you are doing the print book, the formatting for the print book is different from the formatting for the Kindle or the ebook. Again, this is where guidance comes in, even though, you may be familiar with the parts of the process. Once your book has been fully formatted, the next thing you need to do if you're publishing a print book is that you need to print it to get an actual proof to read through, because there are some things that you're not going to catch on the screen. No matter how good you think your eyes are, you always miss things, and you want a product proof. You want to see if the colors and everything are okay. And then after you've done that, now you upload to Amazon. Now, in order to do that, you need to open what we call a Kindle Direct Publishing account with Amazon, or a KDP account for short. And there are different formats again. If you're uploading the print book, you're going to need your PDF. If you're uploading the Kindle version or the ebook, there's a different format for that. And that is why I keep saying you need guidance. So though you know the different parts of the process, you know that after you've completed your manuscript, you need to edit it. You're going to need a cover designer. You're going to need a formatter. You're going to need your ISBN, and you're going to need proofreaders to help you, and you're going to need a publishing platform, which I would encourage most authors in the Caribbean and diaspora to begin with Amazon. Later, you can branch out. So that's the publishing process. Now you need to decide, do I know enough about publishing to do it well that I can do it on my own? Or am I going to pay a company or get a coach to get it done? Those are the decisions you have to make. And sometimes it's a budget decision. If you're going to manage it on your own, you want to outsource the different parts to freelancers, get your cover designer, get your formatter, get another author who can help you. And the best platform to get the book done at an affordable cost, if your budget is less than $1,000 US, is really Fiverr.com. All right. If budget is not a problem, then you can check out BambuSparks.